fastest with the 26-1. I'll just get that posted into the YouTube channel in a minute.
Yeah, apologies about that, guys. We had a bit of a technical problem there.
Yeah.
For some reason, it suddenly decided that we really, really didn't want to stream this race.
No, well, I can see why.
Maybe it was YouTube not being happy with my
comments on Scott.
Maybe YouTube didn't like it. I don't know. But as I was saying before, the stream decided to go completely haywire. This track is sort of difficult at the best of times.
Yes,
as dry. You put the rain into the mix, and you know that's a huge spanner in the works for a circuit like this. You know, and I was saying it's the same sort of thing with France as well. France is another one. It's an okay circuit until you throw rain in, which is most of the time in France.
Good evening, Adam. How are you?
Oh, Adam's joined us. That's the first time he said anything. Hi, Adam.
Hello, look at you getting excited.
We don't see him very often. He's always hiding nowadays.
Dan's posted a 26-7 and is 6/10 off of Harry.
I'll tell you something though.
Oh, Adam's in tier 1.
Ah, that's where he went off to. He's in tier 1, is he? I knew he said he
Cheers,
was available to reserve tonight.
Yes, he's reserved at tier 1. And when I look at everybody's favourite Colin, we're looking at Teabag.
Well, you know, I mean, between me and him, can you really honestly blame people for thinking he's the favourite?
Cheers, Chloe. We always try our best when we... Oh! Really, Teabag? Going into the pits?
Brilliant. You tell him he's the best Colin, he gets overexcited and goes into the pits. Brilliant.
Oh, I was going to make a comment, but I'm not going to.
No, not if you're going to get told off. So,
oh, it will.
Right, the two things I was just going to point out. One was a comment we've just had.
Oh, Jado's not lost it, but he's spun a little bit.
Had a wobble.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so Adam Lurchy said, yeah, he's out of Q1 with a 27.3 in the wet. They've got a wet quali and wet race over there. We've only got a wet quali. We've actually got a dry race apparently. But that comes from the Gospel of Teabag, so we're not 100% sure.
No, it's actually, not Weatherman Harry anymore, it's Weatherman Teabag. No, it was Scott.
It was either Teabag or Scott, but one of those two Weatherman told us it's going to be dry for the race. But the other thing I was going to point out here, and it's something I noticed on my own in practice, if you run in hot lap for your ERS, you don't quite make it to the end of the lap before your ERS for the lap has run out, because you only get X amount of ERS for one lap.
It is annoying.
As you enter like the last bend, roughly around about where the DRS zone is actually, that's where you start to run out of ERS for the lap, and then you're down on power for for the straight. It's not good if you want to set a second lap. Scott
says it's still a dry race at the moment, but we will see what happens.
So we were right, it was Weatherman Scott.
Or, as in this case, as it is raining, Soggy Scott.
Yeah, it might be a dry race, mate, but I bet you're feeling wet inside that helmet.
Oh, BS, we are watching Stevens. Oh, there is a Williams off, and I believe that is... I'm going to take a gamble on it in his hand.
I was going to say, is that Stephen again?
Yeah.
He's having a rotten night tonight, isn't he, with the rain?
Oh, he is loving it.
Talking of helmets, and not so much Scott, just helmets. At least we've not had another bug like we had with... Was it
Matthias?
Matthias, that was it. The other week when he was going around with no helmet. Hey, at least he's got a helmet this week.
That was at France.
Yep,
so 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, that was France the other week, yeah. No helmet for the entirety of qualifying or race. It must have been a weight-saving thing, I tell you.
Stevens, 3 tenths up in the middle sector.
Nice. I am absolutely a little bit off the ball tonight. I'm too busy laughing at people spinning in the rain and mocking Scott.
Not being funny. I would be too, but I'm not. I'm munching.
Yeah, you're too busy munching as usual.
And I've also got another sausage roll, which I'm kindly gonna enjoy now.
I've just jumped on board with Reggie. There you go. Stephen's just set 25.
Oh, 25s already.
So, as I said, I was on board with Reggie, who is...
Mayspin goes into third.
Yeah. Reggie is on another lap, but he is only just safe as well. There's less than a tenth the difference. It's actually 600ths of a second between himself and J-Doy. So I think Reggie needs to find a little bit of time there.
Clay's on a bit of a cusp, but they're in 8th.
I mean, the thing is, if you look at the people that are actually in the drop zone currently, Raphael hasn't set a time yet, so we don't know what Raphael's, pace is going to be like in this particular weather conditions.
No.
We know Paul Stevens been having an absolute rotten time of it tonight. He just can't seem to keep that Williams on the track.
Well, he is in a Williams.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with Williams. I drive Williams on a Sunday and I do perfectly fine in a Williams. I'm just slow. Anyway,
Perfect for the Williams.
I was going to say, I'm sure T-Bag's got some more time, but he's actually just posted 6th fastest, which is a 26.8, so almost a 26.9. So that now has put Reggie into the drop zone, so he has to pull out a lap. And I don't think he's going to. He's 4 tenths slower than his previous, or fastest lap. And, he's just invalidated too. And there's less than 30 seconds left, 15 in fact. So Reggie is absolutely out.
I'm on board with Matey Boy, who is 7,000ths of a second slower.
Ooh, as J-Doy purples the middle sector.
Matey Boy spun.
Oh, that really won't have helped J-Doy as he came around that corner to find
we'll have a look. Oh, J-Doy hasn't got a helmet.
I haven't looked at his driver yet.
He hasn't got a helmet.
See, I mentioned this earlier. He always won.
J-Doy into 4th.
26.4. So
puts Clay on 10th.
Yeah, that puts Matey Boy into the drop zone. You said Clay would be on the cusp.
Oh, Ham's gone again.
So, yeah, so Matey Boy has not improved enough to take him out of the drop zone. Raphael has just entered the pit, and Stephen is just coming back onto the track after yet another... and he span again!
You know what? I gotta show him.
He's gone again. Yeah, I think he's just given up now. I'll be honest with you.
Steve, come on!
I'm not sure if it was classified as donutting on the circuit. I was asked about somebody doing this earlier.
Steve, you should know better.
That looked naughty. I don't think he was miscontrolling your car.
And I think he's got J-Doy coming up behind him.
But, so, we know now, because Stephen's just going to people round mostly off the circuit anyway. Our guys in the drop zone who are going to be eliminated from this session is Matey Boy in 11th, Registar in 12th, Stephen, Elite Hound, who is 13th, and then Raphael 1 in 14th, and Saki in 15th, who was disqualified from the session. So we seem to have had a little bit of a conversation in the comments. Well, Lurchy's been having a bit of a conversation with Scott, so it's trying to keep up with what these two have been saying to each other.
Yeah.
Talking about the tier 1 stuff. But then Scott did ask for predictions on the race. I don't know if that was to Lurchy or to us, but I still think we should pick it up anyway.
Yeah.
Because he also follows it up with apart from turn 8 spins. So he wants to know what we predict for the race other than people spinning at turn 8 because, well, everybody does it.
First corner crash.
Involving
Lap
who?
1. Front 7.
Front 7?
Front 7.
That's a bit extreme, mate.
We'll see if it comes true.
Well, if Stephen can manage to sort his driving out in the dry as opposed to that shambolic mess he's just shown in the wet, then I think he'll.
I think we got soft.
Okay. Well, I'm still seeing wet, but is it wet enough for?
That's what I'm thinking.
Nope, still inters on my screen.
But will anybody test it for me? Scott, would you mind doing me a favour?
Hey, my name, pop up what they do this time. So, T-Bag, what we were saying was, well, Dan said that
Harry's doing it!
So he was on board with you. Harry is doing it.
Harry, you legend!
He went on board with you, and then you pitted. Which made him very sad, because he was going to ride on board with you for a lap.
Yeah, T-Bag.
So you went from the favourite Colin to the least favourite Colin in the last corner.
Yeah.
Well done. I'm not going to lie, I am going to sit on board with Harry because he has actually gone out on those softs.
He has?
I thought maybe he was just putting them on to mock you. But no, he's gone out on a set of softs.
Cheers, Harry. You are a legend.
Now, in fairness, there is... Oh, that was a big drift from Harry. I don't think that was the right call, Harry. You should never ever listen to Baby Dan. He's mad as a box of frogs.
Hey, I would have tried it.
So, no, in fairness, in the pit lane, from what we could see, there was...
A little bit, not much.
A fine bit of drizzle of rain. I wouldn't say it was enough to be a problem. I think if Harry can hold this on the track, keep temperature in his tyres for a lap, I think he'll be alright. I think he's actually got a chance of actually setting a lap on these. And because he's on slicks, if he can disperse enough water with them still,
it shouldn't be too bad.
He's actually got a chance of setting at least on par with the Inters, if not faster than the Inters. Especially with the skill that we know Harry has.
Yeah.
On this game, you know, we know he's one of the faster guys.
As Jado's just coming up.
As his tail steps out.
I don't think it's actually raining anymore.
No, I don't think it is. I think it's just a wet track. I think we just need to get some heat on the circuit.
Yeah.
Once that happens,
which
I think he'll be right on the money with those tyres.
All those in front of Harry now would have made a drier line for Harry.
Yep. That's right. Oh, and he's invalidated because he had a wobble. But I don't know if that was just that lap or that lap and the next lap. Depends what mood the game's in, I suppose. I'll find out any time now. No, it was that and the next lap. So he's now got another lap to get his tyres nice and warm because he's invalidated this one. So I'll go and see what else is happening while he.
Jado's purple to second sector.
So that was Stephen as well. He's just purple first sector, but of course we still don't have a time down yet. So it's
you'll have one in about 5 seconds. Ah, there you go.
There you go, J-Doy, 27. I don't think that's going to be fast enough from J-Doy.
Oh, Scott's invalidated.
What's new? I mean, honestly.
And he has got clay right on his gearbox.
I know, I'm actually just jumped on board with him now.
May spin a 26.8. I don't care about you. Sorry, that was the teabag.
I was just thinking, like, you can't say that to people on the stream. What the hell? Oh,
And then
if it's just teabag, no one cares.
Stephen puts in a 26.4. 4/10 off of me spin.
Nice.
Harry's just coming up to the last corner.
Oh, Harry is actually... We know this is invalid.
Yeah,
and that
I want to see.
Quite quick coming out of there. He looks like he's got better control of it. A little bit of a tail step. But he looks to be in better control.
I'm going to stick on this lap with Harry.
That was about a 1:40 though.
But did he spin?
But I don't think he used his ERS. I think he switched his ERS off.
Oh, rear end stepped out a little bit there at turn 1.
I think he switched his ERS off because he'd still got about 70% of the ERS left when he went for the line.
As Matthias goes on a 27.7.
See, strangely, this... Whoa, that was a lot of off-circuit there.
Yeah. This is why you should listen to me.
Yes, this is why you should never, ever listen to Baby Dan. You've got no idea what he's on about. To be honest with you, he's not actually that bad with them. He's just having a little bit of a wobble here and there, like that.
Yeah.
The top of that crest there. But I've seen people stepping out like that on inters, so you know it happens.
Dan,
so
just 8,000.
Who you got for the top spot? You got
Harry, Dan or Stephen?
Is less than a tenth down on Stephen. Harry, who can't seem to string a lap together on these tyres, so is he going to come in or is he going to try again?
Yeah, he's coming in.
Clay, I don't know, sometimes he pulls a mad lap out the bag when you just don't expect it. Scott, well, we know I don't like him, but in fairness to him, you know, he's generally pretty fast as well, so there's some serious contenders for the pole position.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I mean, not Teabag, because, you know, Teabag.
No, but he has got
in Q2,
Dan on his gearbox. No, he doesn't.
Teabag. I think Teabag actually likes it when we mock him too, so it's a win-win.
Yeah.
Right, so who am I on board? I'm actually on board with Clay. That wasn't my choice. I was still on board with Harry from when he came in and the game went, oh, here you go, watch Clay. While I was, well, let's just say I was still munching.
Yeah.
Not on the same thing there. I found other munch.
Matthias just comes up to the end of sector 1 and he is 4/10 up.
Well, I'll be honest, the comments have gone a bit quiet.
And spins it at turn 5.
Oops. But on the plus side, there was a conversation earlier on, and I think it was Scott was saying that this is one of those circuits it is very, very hard DNF on, even if you lose control of the car.
Yeah.
Because there's just so much runoff. Like, if you look at the runoff on any one of these cars, any place, you know, and Teabag's put a set of softs on, by the way. I don't know what's going on there.
Oh. Teabag softs. No.
He's barely surviving on inters. I don't know what he's thinking. You know, he's probably thinking, well, can't get any worse.
Teabag, have you had one too many?
No,
he hasn't. He's put inters back on.
Yeah, there we go. And so is Harry, for that matter. But as I was saying, if you look at any one of the cars, I mean, I'm riding on board with Clay. In fact, you've gone on board with Clay now. But
yeah.
If you look, I mean, at the runoffs into these corners, or inside massive bank, outside massive gravel trap.
Lovely turn 8. They're from Clay.
But the chances of you actually you know, ending up actually in a wall, and race ending in a wall, is fairly slim.
Yeah.
I mean, look, again, there's huge runoffs on either side. That's where I've been seeing people spin a lot as well. I think that's turn 11.
8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, like I said, I've seen a lot of people drop it in turn 11, but there's huge runoffs on either side. We've seen people drop it in 5, there's a huge runoff in 5.
Yeah.
And, yeah, Clay, last corner here, so let's see how he gets on.
It's looking quite quick, you know.
And look, ran out of ERS.
26.9.
Almost a 27 flat, in fact. That is less than a tenth to J-Doy in 5th as well.
Yeah.
And we're still waiting on a time from Harry and Avi, so I'm just going to jump on board.
Oh, Matthias is coming out on softs.
Talking of people having no wings, Avi has no wing, also no time, with
a minute and 54
left on the clock.
Matthias is giving it a go. Matthias is giving it a go.
So I'm just going to see how Harry gets on, because he is just coming up to the last turn, and he looks a lot happier on inters instead of taking your mad advice.
Well, Matthias has done it.
He's actually taking your mad advice.
Well, it's the end of quali. What could happen? Scott's
it's unlikely
done,
on the circuit.
And Jado's just coming to the. Jado's staying. Let's have a look at Clay does. Clay's not on a fast one. May's been.
Gone.
Yeah.
He's retired from session, but you can't blame him because he's just gone back into the pits and he had no front wing and no time to do anything about it. So,
does Dan have enough time
to do here is actually set a lap?
Yeah. Does Dan have enough time to get to the line?
Ooh.
Just coming to turn 8.
That's going to be close, as J-Doy has to get out of his way.
And Matthias, actually.
J-Doy looks like he'd had a spin at turn 8 as well. Yeah, and that was, Matthias as well. He's just got out of the way of Harry.
And Dan.
So I'm actually riding on board with Harry, who's just ahead of Dan, and there's like 20 seconds left for him to get around the last 2 turns.
Oh, it's going to be close.
Turns as well.
Yeah.
Oh, Harry's lost it.
Oh. That's why you should take my advice, Harry.
Stepped out. No, he come out of the
4,
penultimate corner
3,
and he got a bit of a
2.
wobble.
Oh, Matthias misses out by just a couple of seconds in Q3, and it is Stephen on pole.
We knew Harry was going to struggle for a time after that little incident, but he did pick up an extra place. He went from 10th to 9th.
An extra place is good enough.
It is. It swaps him onto the opposite side of the track, which could be an advantage.
It is Stephen on pole, followed by Dan, who just misses out on a final lap.
That is one hell of an introduction to the league.
Oh, that it is.
I don't think I've actually seen anybody else introduce themselves to the league and go, hey, look, pole position. Now, the question is, we know he's fast over 1 lap. Can he do it over 33 for the race? Because I've seen many, many people who are very, very fast over 1 lap, but struggle for race pace.
Yeah.
The consistency. Now, I'm not saying that that is going to be the case with him, of course. But I suppose time will only tell on how he does in today's race. But that is one
true.
hell of a way to introduce himself to the league. And who are we waiting for? Oh, of course, we're waiting for Teabag.
Oh, Teabag!
He's actually on an invalidated lap, so I bet he's going to go into the pits. Oh no, he didn't. He actually went for the finish line. I was going to say because he's actually fastest across the finish line. I thought he was just going to mock us by going into the pits at the last second.
No, I thought that he was just going to go as slow as possible.
No, you know what Teabag's like. Run down the clock on it.
I suppose.
Ooh.
I suppose.
Oh, well, there we go then. So, aside from Harry, who had an absolute shocker in the penultimate corner, there is 1.7 seconds between 8th place of Teabag and 1st place of Stephen.
Which isn't too bad.
Gap. No, it's
No.
not at all. It's not a huge gap at all.
Very well done. And to be honest, I don't think we've seen many people spin at turn 8 yet.
Oh, we've seen a few, but usually we tend to be catching them after they spin at turn 8.
Yeah.
But more of them seem to be spinning over the crest of 11. But I think that was more to do with the wet. I think in this dry weather, we're going to see more people spinning at 8 than we are at 11 now.
Yeah, we should
Because
do in
11
reality.
kind of, yeah, 11 you kind of come round the corner over a crest and then sort of downhill, and people were kind of losing that sort of clockwise turning motion that they were in. Kind of translates to a spin as you go over the crest. Whereas with the dry weather, you've got much more grip, of course. So there's less of that happening.
In this session is where I will be running no minimap.
Right. Okay. So I'll run full like I have been anyway, and if you need to know where anyone is, by all means I can hazard my best guess.
Alrighty then. As we've
I only
got...
have coloured dots. Kind of hard to know who's who from a dot.
True. Oh. As we wait for the clock to run down, and here we are.
Alright, so we've got lots of soft and mediums. Ooh, that's an interesting one though.
Hards off Saki.
Saki, yeah, gone for the hard tyres. Ah, that's an interesting choice. If there is an early safety car, I would not like to be in him on those though. I will be honest.
No.
I think a few nights ago was the first time I've been on hard tyres for a very long time. And that was purely because my race engineer decided to make a mistake.
Ah.
But then I only stuck on them for maybe 5 or 6 laps, and the first time a safety car came out, I was like, oh, no, that's it, back in the pits, new set of softs.
No thank you. No thank you.
I will not try and keep those things warm under safety car. I only just about manage it with mediums. So tyre strategy is saying soft hard or medium hard, 12, 13 or 14 to 18.
It is 33 laps of Portimao.
Yeah, I was going to say it was 12 to 13 soft to hard, and medium to hard was 14 to 18. So obviously a much larger window.
Yeah.
I mean, generally, most circuits, the average you get out of the mediums is around 16 laps. But what you've got to take on board with that as well. Oh no, we don't say that. I was about to say, obviously, the guys would have qualified on certain tyres, but of course, we just had a wet qualifying. So actually, everybody's tyres are fresh.
Yes.
Obviously, in the case of a normal dry qualifying, you would have to remember that some of those guys, the front 10, would have actually already put 2 laps maybe on their tyres.
If not more.
Yeah, so, you know, obviously that would then compromise them come the amount of distance they could go into the race, say, on a set of mediums. If they'd qualified 2, 3, 4 laps on them, they would then not be able to do the full, say, 16 or 17 on them.
They do 12, 13.
Everybody's on flat 0 because it was a wet qualifying, and I'm an idiot. And yes, I just admitted that on stream. But I have no shame in being a complete idiot, so it's all good.
Unlike Teabag, who will...
Okay,
we'll
so
see what happens.
Another couple of comments here. And Connell Bolger, I believe he knows Teabag, because it says Colin B for the win.
Yes, that would be one of Colin's chums, as we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And away for round 13 for CDR we go.
And
Stephen,
I was just going to say, he is starting 8th, so on mediums, I suppose there's a chance.
Oh, down the inside goes Clay on Mayspin. Round the outside, which then becomes the inside for Scott.
Oh, somebody's going backwards.
That is Hound!
Hound is going backwards. I'm not sure what happened there, but I think I caught a little bit of contact between Bother and Highlander in turn 2.
Yeah.
So Highlander is now dropping down the order as well. Oh, there's a 4-way, 5-way battle going on. That's why everyone's just robbing each other's
T-Bag's all the way down in 17th.
Wow, that has not been a great start for T-Bag, and that's really unlucky because he was actually in a great position in qualifying. So Bother is now facing the wrong way.
Medium hard, lap 14 and 17, and a 2-stop of soft, medium.
Ah, see, I'm only getting a 1-stop from soft to hard or medium to hard. The same as I said before, it's actually just come up again.
And we've got Reggie on the back of Harry going into the final corner, and he's got a very good run on Harry too.
There's a lot of people very close, but are anyone going to be able to make any early moves? That's the question. I mean,
oh, Gino's just gone.
Oops, where's he gone?
If you watch the stream, you can just see it at end of turn 1.
Yeah, I was going to say that was at turn 1 and 2.
Yeah, it was.
It is very easy to lose it there. They've actually changed the braking point because it was such a menace. People were driving through 1 almost flat out, and then braking to 2, and then the car would go into a slide to the left, and then you'd end up sliding across 2 and 3. So they changed the braking point, so you actually have to brake into 1.
Stephen and Dan have swapped round.
Ooh.
So I'm just going to watch this little battle as it carries out. Highlander.
Yeah, remember, Dan's on soft, Stephen's on the medium, so he can go deeper into the race on them. And now he's also got Clay all over the back. He's in the middle of a Mercedes sandwich. That's what he is.
Not an idiot sandwich, a Mercedes sandwich.
No, idiot sandwich would most likely be me for forgetting that we've just had a wet qualifying less than 10 minutes ago.
Less than 10 minutes ago?
It's much less fun.
10 minutes ago? It was 2 minutes ago. Clay's just gone wide at turn 1.
And he's actually got Scott all over the back of him as well.
Gainful's in the pits already.
And we have as ourselves a DRS train.
Ah, lovely. So is Hound.
About 5, 6, 7 cars maybe within a second of each other there. Maybe, I mean, the 2 tagging on the back might not be, it might only be 5.
Gainful wax on the hards. And Hound puts on a fresh set of softs.
Yep, we've had Hound, Gainful and Bother, I believe, into the pits. I'm just going to quick look and see.
Yeah, we've got a massive DRS train.
Yeah, so it wasn't all of them. It was Hound who went in for a Williams front wing, and Gainful in his Alpha went in for a front wing as well. Hound went medium soft, and Gainful went soft hard.
Yeah, as Matey Boy over. Oh, a lovely little battle there from Avi and Matey Boy.
I was also trying to look what penalties were for. Highlander multiple warning for track limits.
Yeah, as
it was the first person to pick up a
Avi
penalty.
tries to go around the inside, and does he make the move stick? No, that is Sociopath, not Avi. What a move from a Sociopath there.
Nice. Yeah, so now Highlander's actually on 6 seconds, and Scott's picked up 3 of his own.
Clay's got past Stephen as well.
Yep. Clay has got past Stephen as well, who's now got Scott breathing down his neck as well. But as I said, remember that Stephen is on very slightly slower tyres.
Yeah.
And he's going to go probably maybe 7, 8 laps more into the race than the guys on the softs.
You are forgetting that it is fresh as Highlander DNS.
It is fresh rubber.
Safety car.
Ooh. Is this going to make anyone...
Where's he lost it?
Need to reevaluate.
1.
I don't know, but I'm going to try and jump on board with Hound and see if I can find it as it happens.
That, I believe, is 10...
That's just coming up to 10.
Ah.
So, as Hound comes out of 8, round 9, it's just before he hits 10, look. There's his car.
Yeah.
I don't know how he's accomplished that. That's an odd place to lose it. Oh well. On we go. 19 drivers left on circuit.
Bother's in the pits.
He's only been on those tyres 3 laps.
5. It was Gainful who pitted, not Bother.
Oh yeah. My mistake.
As he puts on a new wing and medium tyres.
He must have had a little contact on that lap and the safety.
Ham's also in the pits.
Ooh. I wonder if he's going to pick up a wing while he's here then.
I wonder if he's going to put on the hards.
Oh, if he does.
No, it is mediums.
Yeah, he's going for the mediums. That's either going to be soft, medium, soft. Actually,
as Clay and Scott's in the pits.
Medium, soft, medium.
And Reggie.
Ooh, there's some.
And Sociopath. And Matey Boy.
Wow, that is a lot of people diving in. Ooh.
I'm trying to catch up with stops.
Yep, well,
Reggie's team just whipped out. Sociopath serving a penalty. Mate, I haven't kept up with stops. Clay's got mediums. So has Scott. So has Reggie. So is Sociopath. Matey Boy's on softs, and Jado's just coming in for a set of softs. Whew.
If you'd hold up a second, I would have been able to tell you that.
They were all coming out one by one.
Yep, well, as we know, Hound had come in from mediums to soft and took the front wing on lap 3, and has now been in on lap 5, having only been out on those mediums for a couple of laps and gone for another set of... Sorry, they've soft for a couple of laps and gone back onto a set of mediums. And you were right, Raphael, Clay, Scotty have all gone soft medium, as has Reggie. Sociopath is on medium, so he's chucked on a new set of medium boots after just 6 laps. That seems an odd choice. And Matey Boy has done medium soft. So he's going to have to stop again. There's no way he's going to finish on those tyres.
No, not at all.
Too many laps. He's going to have to do at least another set of softs, and maybe even come in again for a set of mediums. I mean, I'm not even sure I would have stopped, depending what tyres I'd started on. And if I'd have started with mediums, I wouldn't have stopped. If I'd have started with softs, then I would have probably stopped and gone for mediums, and then maybe chuck on a new set of softs just before the end of the race or something, you know, like 6, 7 laps to go or whatever.
Yeah.
To you know, just try and finish on in a good position. I'm just surprised to see that medium to soft choice. That I think it was Matey Boy I said they'd done that.
Yes. Yeah.
So, but we are currently waiting for Gainful, GJ Bother, and Elite Hound. Who Elite Hound is actually the one furthest back. Raphael is actually behind Elite Hound, but unfortunately he's already caught up in the pack behind the safety car. So he is a lap down to some people, I think. I could be mistaken. Let me have a look. Yes, he is. He's actually right in the middle of the safety car grid, so he is definitely going to be a lap down on some people. So we just got to wait for Stephen to catch up then, who's just coming through turn 1 and 2. So he's, well, safety car's just gone through 8 and going through 9 now, so he's not very far behind.
No. Right, as we haven't already, let's have a look at the driver stand-ins. So, Dan's been crowned champion, as we already know.
Yep.
He's on 210. Then it is Matthias with 117 behind him. Then it is Schnitzy, who is not driving tonight, with 106. Then it is Scotty15, who is on 90, pardon me, 6 in 4th. Then it is Sedluck in 5th with 92, who is not racing tonight. And then we've got Clay in 6th with 81. 7th, Bother with 79. Then we've got Harry on 79 in 8th. Kieran, who is not here tonight, on 68 in 9th. Raphael in 10th on 59. Then we've got Jacket, who is not here, in 11th on 52. Joseph on 42 in 12th. Matey Boy a point behind him with 13 in 13th, sorry. Then we've got Mayspin on 40 in 14th. Jadoy in 15th for 25. Tunable, who is not here, I believe. No?
No, he's not racing tonight.
No, obviously not. In 16th with 18. Yeah.
I think Gaines
then in
replaced him.
17th, we've got Midget Magic with 17 points, funny enough. In 18th, we've got Avi on 13 in 18th. And in 19th, we've got Saki, 26 with 2. And in 20th, we've got the Highlander, who is on 0 and is out of the race currently. I did that in a lap.
Good work.
But yeah.
That was a lot of talking for one lap. I mean, bearing in mind the laps, even the safety car are only, you know, what, one...
Is a safety car coming in? Do we know?
Like I haven't seen it yet, no.
I think it is, because Dan's backing away.
Dan is backing off. I didn't see it, but saying that, I have known it to not tell us before either, so,
yeah.
You know.
I'm on board with Harvey Ready.
Yes, Dan is backing it up. Oh, well, I'm near the
And
back
we're going. We are off.
Elite at the minute.
And Dan's lost it.
Oh, no.
Dan's lost it last corner.
Unfortunate. And is that another safety car?
No.
It's alright, it was just still yellow flags for sector 1,
And
2 and 3. I was like, what the hell?
Harry slowed down very significantly on the straight. Oh, and Avi's lost it, turn 2.
Oh. Oh, these two Williams are getting a bit frisky. You've got Reggie and Stephen Elite Hound getting very, very close to each other just then.
And there is an Alpine of Raphael trying to unlap himself on Harry as they come up to turn 8.
As it
Harry
picks up 3 seconds for multiple warnings as well.
Just about keeps his car straight at turn 8.
The big question is, can Dan, or rather Chloe, because we know it's not Dan driving,
No.
have a good recovery drive in the next?
How? No, it must be Chloe. No, it must be Dan. Chloe wouldn't have spun.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. It would have been Dan that did that. Yeah, but then he's going to get Chloe to sit in for him now to repair the mistake he made.
Yeah, they're going to do a driver swap.
Driver
when
swap
he goes
for
in
a
the pit.
recovery drive.
In the pit stop.
You do one of those while they're still driving down the straights, you know. Hold the
Yeah.
steering wheel and hold his foot on the throttle, like, there you go, look, take over.
Matthias is on the back of Clay.
You've seen Fast and Furious when Paul Walker gets Mia to take over the wheel so he can jump onto the truck. That's how they're going to do it, only he's not going to jump, obviously. So that'd be idiotic. That's how he does it.
Yeah. Oh,
So,
Jado's on the back of Hound.
yeah, Hound was just having Reggie right behind him. Jado was actually made a pass on Reggie and is now looking at the back of Hound. But, oh, Dan's gone again.
Oh, that's turn 8.
Turn 8. I was just looking, because I saw Aviad overtaking Dan, so I just went for a quick look to see, you know, if I could catch anything from that, and it was actually Dan facing the wrong way at turn 8.
Oh.
See, turn 8 even catches out the best of us. As
DRS is enabled.
Well, that is not where we're used to seeing Dan, is it? Right down in 17.
Not at all, as Raphael now DNFs.
Yeah, so yeah,
In the
Raphael's
pits.
DNF. Yeah, he's probably gone on a lap down, I'm getting in the way, and just, you know, retired in the pits.
Yeah.
Dan has dived in the pits, so I will tell you what tyres he goes on to.
I've already run back.
Wing. Okay, I was going to say, no,
No
he's gone
wing.
on to mediums. No wing, yeah.
As Sociopath gets overtaken by Matthias, and they are wheel to wheel.
Oh no! Dan's been held up in the pits.
Oh no!
Raphael's car was in the way.
Oh!
That is rude by the game. So Dan gets partway down the pit lane. Raphael's car has been released into the pit lane, ghosted, and just stopped in the middle of the track.
Oh!
And then Dan's car just pulls up behind it. Obviously, Dan had no control. He was still in the pit lane.
Yeah.
He just pulls up behind it, waits for it to disappear, as though it had crashed off the circuit or something, and then his car started moving again.
The two Williams
cost him 3 or 4 seconds.
Something like that.
Never ever seen that happen before.
Hound and Reggie are going at it again.
Oh. Okay, so apparently this Colin B thing we were on about, it's not teabag, it's a different one. Apparently something to do with Championship 1, which I wasn't aware of, because I am dealing with Championship 2, so I don't really get time for Championship 1 because they run simultaneously.
Yeah. Adam's out of C1 after 3 laps.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Adam's already crashed after 3 laps. So he accomplished, I'm going to say, as much as Highlander did tonight, because he done 3 laps on his softs and he's DNF, so I'm going to guess that's roughly around the same amount of race distances.
Oh, is that Hound rammed? Oh, it is. Hound is around at turn 8. I believe it is.
Another one at turn 8.
No, that isn't turn 8.
Is it not?
Oh, he's gone again.
He's gone up to 9. Oh, and that's a front end gun.
Oh!
That is an end plate only, though. That is lucky. Yes, it was turn 8 because that's turn 9.
Ah.
And then he's just gone 10 and 11. There you go. So yes, it was. He lost it in turn 8. So far we've managed to catch 2 of the admin, losing it in turn 8. And
Matey Boy and Matthias are having a go.
Clay has dropped a whole host of positions and has no front wing.
Oh.
As in, his car now resembles Dart. So that's not very good.
Oh. We're pretty much back to what, the 50s?
There is another message, but it's mostly Adam complaining about his tyres and making excuses.
As
do you know
Clay's
what I did just
popped on
notice there?
hard tyres.
As they take Clay's wing off, did you notice it had a shadow where his wing would have been had it actually still been on the car?
Yeah. And Ham's now waiting for Clay in the pit.
Oh, that is unfortunate. That
No,
happened to me.
No, sorry. It just took a while for him to be released.
Yeah, I actually, I had this in another league the other day. I actually got held up in the pit lane by my pit crew, which cost me a position to someone else, because otherwise it would have been an unsafe release.
Oh, is matey boy going to have a go at T-Bag at turn 1?
I think Scott's having to go there though, isn't he? I just saw on screen.
Scott overtook him.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, I was...
But that is matey boy past T-Bag. Oh, Matthias is in the pits. He's got hard tyres on, and Dan's left the session.
Ooh.
Can you send an invite to Dan?
I can, yes. Just give it a moment. I shall shoot him an invite. If it ever loads, because we all know how slow the PlayStation system wants to be when you're actually in a game. Right, so... Dan, there he is. Invite is sent.
Thank you, Colin. But I'm just watching this three-way battle between Scotty, Matey Boy and T-Bag.
Yeah, I'm actually still on board with Scotty anyway myself. And the two
As
behind
Harry
him,
picks up fastest lap.
and that's on mediums as well. Not
And
bad.
Joseph picks up a 5-second penalty. And pit window is now open for the medium tyres.
Yep, and so the pit window
As
for medium is down
Joseph
3
whacks on the hards.
Ooh. Yeah, there was a medium to hard, or soft to hard.
No, I'm going to stick on my Saki for a bit.
It ain't what I'd have done. As I said to you earlier on, I would have either ran the softs to...
Pretty much breaking point.
Yeah, I would have ran the softs as long as I felt I could, which hopefully would have been maybe 10, 12 laps, probably more like 10. Then ran mediums, and if necessary, chuck on a set of softs toward the end of the race. 2 stop if I have to, but try for a 1.
Yeah.
That would have been what I aimed for.
Saki almost drifting through turn 8.
But then again, I'm one of these that avoids hards at all costs. I just cannot stand those tyres at all.
And we've got the 3 admin right at the very back. Harry goes quicker again.
So effectively the admins are having an absolute disaster of a night.
Yeah, as Ham picks up a penalty. And Mace Bin's in the pits.
Yep, and swiftly dropping. But to
And
be fair,
it is
15 laps on
hard
those
tyres.
Yep, that's the medium to hard. So he's followed what the game told him to do then. He said between 14 and 18. He's coming on the end of 15.
Oh, Harry and Stephen are now together.
Ooh. See, we know that was an odd thing. Just, it almost looked like Harry had given Stephen a little bit of a nudge, but as I saw it from the side view, as Gameful's DNF'd, as I saw it from the side view, there was no actual physical contact.
Strange.
Like, sort of, Harry's car slowed down and Stephen's kind of lurched forward slightly, so there'd become a bigger gap between them, but there was never actually any sort of physical contact between them. It was quite bizarre. Well, I'm still on board with Harry myself anyway, as I believe you are too, watching this unfold into the DRS zone. Oh, he is much faster in there. But is Stephen going to be able to defend? Yes, he is.
Yes, he is.
I wasn't sure whether he was going to take that outside line there.
Oh, he was thinking about it.
Yeah, he was thinking about the outside there, I think Harry was. It is very hard to take that turn flat for. Or is awesomely difficult to take flat.
I think this is the closest battle on track. No, we've got a couple 310s.
Besides Reggie, who is all over the back of T-Bag on 6 lap fresher mediums.
Reggie's, yeah, I've got Reggie and Teabag.
I'm still on board with Harry at the minute. Avi appears to have just made a move on Saki as well.
Yeah.
So we're both. Believe it or not, Avi is 16 laps on soft tyres.
Whoa!
I've just noticed, I'm thinking, like, how old are those soft tyres he's got on? And it literally is. It's the same as Saki, 16 laps. If you have a quick look at it yourself, you can see. 16 laps on soft tyres. That is incredible. I mean, they generally don't do more than, you know, sort of 10 or 12 laps. I mean, that is nursing your tyres, that is. As Harry tries to go around the outside, there was contact there between turns 1 and 2. I'm not sure if there's any damage. I don't think there is.
Oh, Teabag's in the pits. And it is soft.
It was wheel-to-wheel contact, though. It was one of those, you know, where you kind of take the outside line and try and force your opposition to either back out or let themselves run off the track. That was what they did. That
gone-ish.
That was some really good wheel-to-wheel racing. And of course, we know Harry. Harry ain't giving up just yet.
Not at all, and neither is Saki.
No.
I've been on this battle for...
These guys at the front are actually on 17 laps on these mediums, so these can go for some distance.
Providing you've got all your setup the right way.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just having a quick look at Sociopath, who is less than, well, just under now, 0.6 of a second behind Scotty and closing fast, and he's just got DRS as well. So this could be a move. Waiting to happen.
Boys in the pits.
Ooh, not quite. Just couldn't quite get close enough.
After 12 laps on the soft tyre, and it is the yellow ringed medium going on for Matey Boy there.
Nice. I want to know when Avi's going to take these soft tyres off. I mean, this is becoming borderline obscene how much time he's got on these tyres.
And Jado's also putting on the medium tyre.
Not only is he 18 laps on those tyres, he's just taken the spot from GJ Bother in 6th as well.
Oh.
So it's not like he's exactly nursing them. He's, you know, he's fighting for positions with them as well.
And his rear end's gone, turn 8.
In turn 8.
Commentator's case. Colin should not have opened your mouth.
I just can't believe how well he was doing on those tyres, though. 18 laps. That is just... it's almost unheard of, you know?
And is Harry going to go for it now at turn 1 on Stephen?
Have you ever seen anybody put 18 laps on a set of softs?
Yes. I've seen someone put 22 laps on softs, and you have.
Almost unheard of. That was what I said, almost.
You have too. Let me give you a flashback from earlier this season. Dan at Zandvoort.
Yes, but I didn't see that because I missed Zandvoort. It was when I was having the power problems in my house. My fuses kept tripping out. I missed Zandvoort. That was one race I missed this season.
The Friday? No, you were here on the Friday.
I was having the problem all weekend.
Could have sworn you was here on the Friday, but Avi is now in the pits.
The problem started on Friday, and I hoped to have it fixed for Sunday, but I couldn't get it fixed, and it ended up being a week before I could get it sorted out.
Yeah.
So I completely and utterly missed Zandvoort. Like I said, it's the one race I've missed this season, apart from the first race, which I was only a reserve at that point.
Oh! That is lovely of Harry. He was like, do I follow him in? Nah. Yeah. No.
What's Harry doing? That was yes, no, maybe. I'm not sure, but I'm going to go for it anyway. Wow.
Jeez, and it is soft tyres for Steve.
I'll be honest, I'm surprised I would be surprised if he didn't get a warning for crossing that little section between the pit entrance and the pit exit.
I don't think you get it.
And the racetrack.
I don't think you get it. I think it's only the end of the pit lane.
It was, as far as I know, you're not actually allowed to do that.
Saki's now in the pits for mediums. If you remember, I think, yeah. What track was it at? Istanbul, Hamilton and Perez's battle. Hamilton pushed Perez into the pit lane, and he had to cross the bollard.
I do actually recall it, yeah, but I think that was down to the fact that he didn't have much other choice, you know. But you think about it, Norris in the wet,
yes.
He actually got penalised because he was out and then he was in, and then he slid out because of the weather, and then he had to jump back in again because he was actually trying to pit. And he did get penalised for it. So, as I said, in my experience, I have seen people get penalised for that sort of crossing over that little gap between the track and the pit entrance. But then again, you said it. You've seen it not happen. I've seen it happen. So it could, I suppose, go either way. You know, depends what the game wants to do.
Sociopath is now on the back of Scott.
He was on the back of Scott not too long ago, actually. These two have actually been having a little bit of a battle for
quite a few laps now.
Yeah, a fair few laps. They actually came in at the same time, as did Reggie as well, 15 laps ago. So, I mean, Harry's got 21 laps on those tyres. So, he's got to be due to come in soon, I would think. As I say that, Harry pits. What can I say?
But will he have had enough time to get away from Stephen?
I honestly don't know, considering that chaotic move, but it is soft tyres going on, and that is quite a fast stop. This will be close.
Stephen's just got crossed the line.
To get ahead. Yeah, Stephen's going to have him.
I don't.
This is going to be close, but Stephen's going to have him. Look, there you go.
Reggie's now in the pits for softs, and Bother's just coming in.
Yeah, 10 laps to go. That should be easy after what we've seen Avi do.
Oh yeah. He is also putting on softs. But I will go. Oh, Joseph and Matey Boy are at it.
So,
Joseph's just had a moment.
I mean, as it stands, theoretically, we would think Scott is going to have to pit again. 16 laps on those medium tyres. We've just seen Harry go to 21 and Stephen go to 20.
Yeah.
So he's probably got 4, 5, maybe 6, depending on his setup, laps left in those tyres.
Unless he really wants to push it.
Yeah, I'm going to say, unless he really wants to wring out as much.
Sociopath is now in the pits. That is for soft tyres.
Yeah. Socio, yeah, he's got to pit for soft now. I mean, you've got 9 laps to go. If you go for anything but softs, you're mad.
Yeah, you need to get checked.
I'm pretty sure Sociopath, yeah, he did go soft.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he went medium as well when he pitted. He went from medium to medium, so he had to pick up softs or hards anyway. So that has obviously now demoted him to 4th place.
What happened to T-Bag? Last corner?
I've no idea. What did T-Bag do in the last corner?
I don't know. I called the back of it.
No, I've just jumped onto him and he's now entering turn 1, so I don't know. I completely missed that. I was too busy looking at Sociopath's pit stop. Because these top 4, although you've got the top 2 are fighting it out with about 3 seconds between them now, so... But I think that'll close up a little more because Harry's going to have 2 more laps of fresh rubber on his tyres.
Oh, down the inside goes J-Doy on May spin.
So now the question is
Avi's out.
Scott going to come in? Ooh, Avi's out. Oh, that's
Dan's in the
unlucky.
pits.
Yeah, I was just trying to get... It must have happened somewhere down... He may have retired in the pits.
I'm not entirely sure, as Scott comes in as well.
The reason I say that is, as I jumped onto Hound and Dan, who are both currently in the pit lane, they had just passed Avi. So it either happened just before the pit lane or at the pit lane, in the pit lane.
And that is...
it'd be in the pit lane.
Stephen back in the lead.
So, whilst we were talking about that as well, Scott did actually make a stop. After,
Yeah, I
think
did
17
catch
laps.
it. Yeah.
And he is going to come out in 4th, but only just. That is close. No, he's going to drop a couple there, I think.
Yeah.
But of course, he's on fresh rubber now, so all he needs to do is just hold his ground, warm his tyres up enough, and go for it.
Which is what he's doing now on Matey Boy.
I was going to say he should get a good run on Matey Boy, who's on mediums anyway. Like I said, I think Harry's going to be in with a good shout of winning at this point. He's got 2.5 seconds to make up on Stephen, but I don't think Stephen's going to give it up either, easy. Not from what we see.
Not at all.
I mean, Sociopath's another 8, almost 9 seconds behind them, who's actually been having some really good fights with Scotty throughout this race. So I think we've kind of got a bit of a two-way battle for 1st and 2nd, and a two-way battle for 3rd and 4th. Although it does seem to have turned into a 4-way battle for 3rd and 4th, 5th and 6th at the moment. With T-Bag just about clawing onto the back of that too. But he's going to have to stop. 6 laps on soft, I think he'll probably stop again.
Ooh, I don't know.
Unless he wants to try Avi, of course. And Avi did do 18 laps on them, so what do I know?
And that is...
Scott through.
Scott, yeah. Now he's got to find 5 seconds on Sociopath.
Not only has Scott gone through, I think he just carried Reggie through with him as well. I think that was actually a double move on Matey Boy, unless I'm mistaken.
No, you are not, as T-Bag's now in the pits.
And now Reggie and Matey Boy are fighting it out, which leaves Scott free and clear to Dan's road and start trying to catch up Sociopath to resume their little battle.
Let's see how quickly he can get this.
Yeah, he's
5
got to
second
reel in
gap.
about 5.4 seconds currently.
Saying that, I've just realised he's got a penalty too. 3 seconds.
Yes, Scott has, so that means he's not only got to reel in 5 seconds, he's got to reel in 8. So that we did this last week. We completely forgot about people's penalties. We really should pay more attention.
Scott's on 15, so is Reggie, so is Matey Boy. Joseph's on 5. Bother's on 11. Matthias is on 9. T-Bag's on 6. Saki's on 3. Clay's on 3. No, Clay's on 6. Dan's on 3. Ham's on 11.
Hound is having a disaster. I thought it was, you know, just... He was having a bad time in the rain, but he just seems to be having a bad time altogether tonight.
As Ham's in the pits for yet another set of softs.
Another set of mediums, I think. They look like yellow stripe tyres from the view I've got, which is the same as the view you've got. It could just be the way the light was catching them from the yellow lines around the box, but...
No, it is soft.
No, it's soft. It must have, honestly, it just must have been the yellow lines reflecting onto the side of the tyres. It just made them look yellow ringed. It was really bizarre. I thought, why would he put mediums on? Like, what kind of weird choice would that be?
Matthias is on the back of Bother.
Ooh. But Bother's got the world's sake of penalties, so...
Yeah.
I don't even think really Matthias needs to fight for that one at all.
No.
Not unless he really, really wants to catch Mayspin.
No, not at all. Bother's just lost it, turn 8.
Oh, there you go. Bother's lost it, so he didn't have to fight for it at all. But again, somebody else is the victim of turn 8.
Yeah, which is gonna be quite difficult for us on Sunday.
Absolutely it is. I don't doubt it for a second.
Right, there's no...
Yellow flag set to 3, what?
Oh, Dan's in the pits again.
Ooh.
There's not really many battles going on.
No, it's difficult because there really isn't. I mean, the closest you've got is Saki is on the back of GJ Bother, but we know Bother's just had a spin. That's why Dan's come in the pits. He needed a new front wing again. He just threw a set of softs on and took a wing. I mean, I don't know if he'll report the bizarre pit lane incident he had earlier, because, I mean, even if you get some time removed for that, I don't think it's going to affect his finishing position, unfortunately, because he's had not a great race today. This is how we know it's Dan driving today.
Yeah, yeah.
It's because he's had a disaster. Whenever it's Dan driving, it's a disaster race. When it's Chloe driving, that's how he keeps winning all the time. It's how he's the championship winner this season. It's all Dan's fault.
It's anything that happens in CDR is Dan's fault.
It's Dan's fault, yeah. See, normally we blame Dan, but every so often, if Dan's not around to blame, we blame Josh instead.
Josh?
Yeah.
Why Josh?
I don't know. If he's there, we blame him too.
Yeah,
It's
fair
normally
enough.
Dan, though. But
It's either Dan or Teabag.
I was going to say, if Dan's not around and Josh is, I blame Josh instead. But normally I blame Dan.
That's fair enough.
As
Blame
long as
Dan.
it's not my fault, I can blame anyone else. It's fine.
Yeah. It's like
Because I
me in
don't
the
blame you
practice
for it.
session earlier.
Yeah, I'm not even going to mention you in practice session earlier. You didn't even last 15 minutes.
No, I lasted 5.
As well, almost 15. As Scott picks up another 3 seconds.
Yeah, and Harry is slowly bringing in a gap. No, not a gap. He's starting to close the gap.
He was going to close that gap. And the thing is he going to be able, with the extra 2 laps, less wear on his tyres, is he going to be able to reel in Stephen enough to get past him in the next 3 laps? Because that's what it's going to come down to.
That it is.
He's got 3 laps.
Hound has been disqualified.
Well done, Hound. Well done. Which way? Well, his car's facing the right way right now, but it also has no front wing either, so maybe that's what that was.
Most probably.
Driving the wrong way. Well, if he's got no wing, he might have bumped someone or something. We know how easy it is to lose a wing just by, you know, tagging the guy in front or something like that.
Yeah, as I found out in France.
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
Not naming any names.
I found out in Austria, so...
Yeah.
Although, in fairness, mine was quite a large bump in Austria. I won't lie. I got confused by the game, and I didn't brake
And
fast enough,
Saki's lost it.
and I launched Botmandu. I cost myself a win.
And
yep, there goes Saki.
Harry is now 8/10 behind Stephen.
That is getting interesting. I might just sit on board with these.
That's what I'm going to do.
But I am also keeping a little bit of an eye on J-Doy as well. Clay's moved ahead of Saki now as well, but...
I'll just have a look at J-Doy on Joseph.
Poor Dan actually went past Saki, but he was merely just unlapping himself. He is 1 minute and 28 seconds behind the man in front. That is not a good night for Dan.
Not at all.
But I'm just quickly going to ignore what's happening here and jump on board with J-Doy.
That's what I've been doing.
Yeah, I was going to say, he just got to within 3/10 of Joseph in front of him, so that is quite a close battle.
Oh, down the inside goes J-Doy. Someone's been taking a look at Kieran.
Yeah, or Teabag, one of the two. Because Teabag tries dive bombs like that. But that was a very well executed dive bomb. Teabag, not so much. So that was a great move. And his driver still has no helmet, I might add. Weight saving, that's what that is. Weight saving.
Harry is now 5/10 behind Stephen.
Yep. He was just in the DRS zone, so he has 2 laps left. They're just
So I'm gonna run. I'm gonna
3.
stay with these two.
Yep, that's what I'm doing. But we do actually have Reggie on the back of Scotty as well, so I'm gonna have a little nosy at that real quick. As he's made it stick, I think. Yeah, he's pushing
Looking at the
Scott
timing,
wide.
yeah.
Yeah. So I think Scott will stick to the back of him, but oh, that was a bit of a wobble out of turn 8 there from Harry.
That it was.
That would not have helped him. That is probably the fact that there's a car right in front of him.
Hound, I'm not sure if you're watching, but why try manual gears at Portugal?
DNF.
Oh.
Saki is DNF'd as Dan has jumped back in the pit lane again.
Do I bother with Dan's
I was
pit?
just wondering to myself if Dan was actually just going to retire in the pits, or whether he's going to go to the end.
He is going to the end.
The thing is, I would say, has he just put those softs on to go for the fastest lap?
I'm thinking
No, because he might be on lap 32, but technically the race is on lap 33, so he's only going to get round this one more time. Because the two leaders have just passed him. They are now coming out of turn 4.
Oh.
So he isn't going to get fastest lap, because you can never get fastest lap from pit stop. So unless he can manage to make up the entire distance between turns 4 and 5, he's not going to get in to even try and steal the fastest lap.
No.
Which I think might be what that move was for.
As we are now on the last lap, and Weatherman Harry 4 tenths behind Stephen.
He is a lap down, but he has actually crept up into 14th now because Saki is DNF while we were watching his pit stop as well. I didn't mention it.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. No idea. There was no one anywhere near him as far as I know. He'd been in no man's land for a while.
Oh, Harry and Stephen are going to be very close.
Yes, they are.
From the last bend.
Ooh.
Harry's DRS wide open.
Harry is
and now DRS, but it is Stephen who takes the win on his debut.
Well, I did say when we saw him go pole, that is a statement. And
Dan,
while his statement continues.
I was just about to say, Dan, check your wing mirrors, you've got a new friend. But Dan's moving up to tier 1.
So I heard.
So it is Stephen, Harry and Sociopath on the podium.
Yep. I was actually going to say that and you beat me to it. I think we've just about got our top 10 in as well when T-Bag crosses the line.
When he does.
There we go. T-Bag's just crossed the line, so we do have our top 10. Dan has actually crossed the line in 14th place there.
Yeah, and that...
Because he was a full lap down.
Oh, Bother's got a 5-second penalty.
Yep, Bother has got a 5-second penalty for an unserved penalty, but I don't think that's really going to affect him due to the fact that Clay's too far behind him.
Yeah, he's just finished. So that is it. That is Portugal wrapped up.
Portugal done for tier 2. And then it's just us to race there.
Driver of the day.
That's got Sociopath. I don't know, Sociopath had a good race, and I know he did pick up a lot of points. But Harry and Stephen, they led from the front, and they had such a great battle for the majority of the race. I mean,
Reggie's
had a great one with
Reggie's a shout. He's just putting the tier 2 P18 to P4. I think we've got our man.
I think you might be right there. But saying that, Sociopath did start at the back of the grid.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Spent most of the race fighting Scott.
That is true.
Scott has the fastest
lap.
There
you go, yeah. P20 to P3. Oh, that is a shout.
It's so difficult to call it because Reggie has had a great race. I mean, he's picked up 8 places. Sociopath, I mean, the game said Sociopath anyway because he picked up 17 places. That's really incredible considering
It's
The fact
Portugal.
he started at the back, and it is Portugal, yeah. But then the two front ones, all right, they did, like, you know, Stephen started at the front and finished at the front, and Harry started 9th and finished 2nd. But they had such a great race, you know, side by side, tussling like almost the whole race. It's so hard.
And that is Stephen's first league win since F1 2019.
Nice.
So that is 2 years in the making.
Well, I did say he made an absolute statement when he came here tonight. So I think I'll agree with the game. I think
Sociopath
does deserve it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyway.
That is not bad for a tier 3 driver.
No, not at all. But as usual, me and Colin will see you out on track here at Portimao in Portugal.
Probably facing the wrong way.
On Sunday.